Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel. This is Canadian Retro. I have another pickups video for you here. It's a pretty small pickup actually, but mostly I wanted to take this opportunity just to announce my 250 subscriber contest that I'll be holding shortly, and I'll explain that later on in the video here. So I'll get started with my pickups. This all came from things that I found today. It's pretty slim pickings out there. Actually, I stopped by a number of places. One of the places I usually stop at is called Talese. You're probably aware of that if you watch my videos, and you've heard me speak of it before. If you aren't, that's basically just like a Value Village kind of idea. So it's more of an upscale kind of Goodwill sort of concept that's going on there. They sell some new stuff, but they also sell used things as well. In their game section today, I walked in there and I saw a game that I hadn't seen before. It wasn't really a valuable game or anything like that, but I thought I'd take a look at it, check it out. So I opened up the case and the disc was gone. I can't even remember what the game was just because I never ended up picking it up. And then after that I started going through all their other PlayStation 2 games, and there was also a Wii title there as well, and they'd all been gone through and they'd all been stolen from the store. So a really unfortunate thing. The unfortunate thing about that too is that the store actually has jacked up their prices on their games, so now they're looking for $7.99 for PlayStation 2 games and things like that, which is way out of the range that most of those titles are. So I'm expecting that Talese is probably going to get a massive backlog of Junkie Swears titles and a variety of other things that they just can't unload if they're deciding to price their games that way. Kind of ridiculous, but hey, that's the climate that we live in now, and that's their business plan decision or whatever. They think they can get that for those games. Hopefully people do not buy into that, because it's just going to locally jack up the prices for everything. So we'll see what happens with that though. Moving on, I did stop today in at a Goodwill, and I picked up this amazing DS title right here. It's Disney Princess Extraordinary Storybooks, and it's really awesome. Like, if you look at the artwork there, it's pretty amazing. You know, it's Disney artwork, and when you open it up you can see that it's just an empty case. So this game's actually not complete, and the Goodwill just kind of gave this to me when I was buying something else. I said, this case is empty, do you mind if I buy it? And she just threw it in for free, which is great because you can always use these cases, which is wicked. Moving on, I stopped at a Value Village and picked up this game right here. It is called Super Putty for the Super Nintendo. I don't know a whole lot about this title. I definitely overpaid for this title. I'm pretty sure it's probably only worth a couple of bucks. I ended up paying $5 for it, but I'd never seen it before and I wanted to check it out. It looks kind of interesting. It's probably shovelware for that, but whatever, I'll just check it out and see. I paid $5 for it though. It's in pretty good shape, other than this corner right here is a little bit twisted on the label, and the back has a little bit of beat up label right there, but not a big deal. There's always backings I can find to fix this up. Contacts look good and everything like that, so $5 for Super Putty. The next one that I picked up there as well is Kessin for PlayStation 2. This is also from that Value Village. Interestingly enough, this is not the right kind of case for it, so I'm going to have to replace that. It's just some sort of DVD case, which actually doesn't even function right. It says this like push thing here, and the disc doesn't even stay in there. So, but that being said, the disc itself is in really great shape, and it came with a manual and all that. So I'll just find a PlayStation 2 case for this. This game here is a real-time strategy type thing. There's a lot of description there on the back. I don't know if you can read all that, but there it is right there. So it looks kind of interesting. I'd never seen it before. I hadn't really heard of it before. If you were paying close attention there, you can see what I paid for it. It was $4, so I thought I would give Kessin a shot and just see if it's any good. Then moving on, I went to the Buy and Sell City because I had a little bit of time. I was at that Value Village, so I decided to go next door to the Buy and Sell City. I'm pretty happy that I did, because I found Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles for the Wii, and for this one here they only wanted $5, so I was super happy about that. Can't get much better than that. It's totally complete, which is wicked. Unfortunately no Nintendo Club points in here, but still nonetheless pretty awesome find right there. The disc is a little bit smudged and things like that, but otherwise, like, all those markings you see on there are just fingerprints and whatnot, so that'll clean up nicely, and really great addition for the collection, especially for $5, I'd say. I was pretty surprised actually to find it at that price. And then one that was probably the deal of the day basically was the same place that I got that free case from for the DS. I also found this game. It's so strange when I go into this place because a lot of the times I don't find, like, a lot of times I'll find a few things or whatever, but when I find something in there, it's usually just, it's on its own, like by itself, but it's usually something pretty cool, and this is what I found there, and I don't have this in my collection, so now I do, which is really wicked. Super Mario Galaxy for the Wii. Reason why I never picked this up is they're still wanting, you know, like 20, 25 bucks for this game, sort of in the stores, brand new, and it just doesn't seem to be really going down that much in price. I haven't really seen it at a reasonable price. So this one here was property of Starcom, so I don't really know who that is or what that is, but it's not my property because I bought it. And there it is right there, so it's totally complete. The manual, everything's in there. Again, no Nintendo Club points, but manual could be in a little bit better shape, but it's not too bad. And the disc is actually like fingerprinted like the last one, but for the most part it's pretty good. The only scratch I see on it is there's a small one. I don't know if it shows up even there, in the corner where my thumb is, basically. Pretty cool score right there. For this one here, I paid $3.03. So it was really wicked to be able to pick that up for that price. Kind of a slim day. I mean, that's all I really picked up. That's all I found at, you know, 5 or 6 different shops that I went into. But overall, I think a pretty good haul. Really pleased with the these Wii games for sure, especially the price I was able to get them for. Pretty wicked deal all around. The next part to this though is my 250 subscriber contest. I've actually been at 250 subscribers for a couple of days now. I'm up to around 258. The reason why I waited for it to get up there a little bit was I was actually, according to YouTube anyways, I was at 250 subs, and then I was like 249, then I was like 250, and then 251, and then 248, and it was kind of doing this for about a week, hovering around that mark and then dropping and then going back up and so on. So I didn't really want to go 250 subscriber contest and then run a contest and be at 249 or something like that. So I waited it out a little bit, but you're going to have to wait a little bit longer for that. It is coming, but I am going to the Waterloo video game swap, which is coming up, and I'll show you an ad for that right now. Alright, so at the Waterloo video game swap, I'm planning on finding something to actually give away for my 250 subscriber contest. The reason being is that shipping here is really expensive now in Canada. I have sent stuff out in the past. I did send an N64 controller and some games out to somebody a long while ago now, but the shipping on it, and this is without any tracking, and it wasn't express or anything like that, it was just standard mail, ended up costing about $25 for an N64 controller and a couple of games. And so the way that I'm looking at it is basically I'd rather find something that has some value and I can send cheaply. I'd rather put the, you know, the monetary thing of my end of it into the item rather than into the shipping. So rather than sending out a whole bunch of, you know, mediocre kind of titles or common sort of titles, things like that, hopefully I can find something at the show. If not, I will pick from my lot, but ideally I do want to postpone that contest until after that so I can see if I can find something that's definitely worth people's time and worth me shipping out as well. So thanks again for watching. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. Feel free to thumbs up this video, comment down below, and I will see you all later.